What's up YouTube, it's Sacri-Friday here, bringing you Sacri-Friday slightly earlier because I can't do it later on tomorrow like I normally do. Got another 3 cards for you today, some of which kind of in the public eye as jank, some of them just aren't in the public eye at all. First card I want to talk to you about today is Kaiser Glider. Really quite an old card. Not terribly difficult to get hold of. You can get 3 for like 99p on eBay, rare ones. Okay, what this card does, it's a light level 6 dragon, 2 for attack, 2 defense, so kind of average-ish stats for a 1 tribute monster. This card is not destroyed as a result of battle when this card battles with a monster with the same attack. So it can ram a Caius or a dead Lagia and just keep on trucking. So it's always useful. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, return 1 monster from the field to its owner's hand. Now this is interesting because it just says when this card is destroyed, not this card you control. So it's kind of like Glider. Even if they solemn it, you still get its effect off. My main use for this was Lagia killer, because if they've got a live Lagia up and you summon this, that Lagia is going down. It just is, because if they negate it, you can still bounce the Lagia as if nothing happened. If they don't negate it, you can beat over it and still stay around. Obviously, if they have a D-Prison set, it's gonna suck, but what can you do? Also a kind of an interesting card because it doesn't need to be tribute summoned to get its effect, so you can get it out in dragons with red MD, or in frogs with Lion Darkness Dragon if it's in the graveyard, and when it dies it'll still get its effect. It also can bounce your own stuff, so you've got to be a bit careful if your opponent has a clean field and you have something you don't want to be bounced, because yeah, it is mandatory, you do have to bounce something. So just a little bit of caution required to play this card, but yeah, I think it's very useful. You can always just run 3 of that and 3 Caius, and you've got live BLS and frogs, which is always good. Second card I'm going to talk to you about today is Delg the Dark Monarch. Now most people think of him as sort of a Grand Marg tier, sort of really not very good at all and you shouldn't play him. Most of the time I would agree, but I'm going to try one in my side deck when I start playing Frognark again. If you don't know what he does, he's a level 6 Dark Spellcaster, 2/4, 1k. When this card is normal or special summoned, you can select up to 2 cards in your opponent's graveyard and remove them from play. Then mill the same number of cards. And it can't attack during the turn it's summoned. I think this is going to be useful against stuff like Dark World, etc. Because you can summon it, remove 2 Graphers. So it is a double crow. And then if that's not enough, you can summon Lad, do a whole Lad shenanigans, and when they beat over that, you special this again and crow another 2 things. So you can just keep getting it back. It's not like Caius where you have to tribute summon it to get its effect. Obviously if they've already got Breath Route, you want to draw into Caius instead of Delg, but it still can be a bit more useful than people originally think. And the last card I want to talk about today is Tongue Twister. I don't know if you've seen my deck using this, but if you haven't, I'll drop an annotation somewhere here and I'll go through it for you. It's a dark level 6 fiend, 400 attack, 300 defense, so it's really really weak. You're not going to be over anything, but you can Sangan search it, so bit of versatility. If this card was tribute summoned, when it is sent from the field to the graveyard, draw 2 cards and banish it from the grave. As you may or may not have seen in the deck profile with this, this works if you synchro with it. If you tribute it for something else, it's like you can creep to swap it, beat over it, and you'll get the draw. Tribute it for econ, e-telly something out in synchro. If your deck needs, if your tribute deck does find it needs a bit more draw power, try one of these. It's better than it looks. I'll vouch for it. My tongue twister telly deck on YGO Pro is currently 13-2, so it must be doing something right. That's all we really have to go through today. So, peace. I'll see you next Friday.